Quick video here. Chris Wood, congratulations, time's bought, damage is done. I have no feeling on the right side of my body from the top of my head down to my groin. You completely and destroyed my fucking insides. Lied, time buying cover-ups, keeping me from help, keeping me from proof. Ones that are guilty of murder with intent, attempted murder with intent to commit in the first degree premeditated. OPP Spencer Mills 14716. Now allegedly Aurelia. Staff Sergeants, years 2019-2021. Ex-Chief or Commander, year 2019. Had me shot before he left. He was driving a white Jeep Wrangler, him and somebody in a black truck. Shannon Cork, Robert Kane, Robert Lucas, Stacy, a mental health worker, and Shelley Hafner. Human traffickers, human sex trade, slavery traffickers, guilty of framing, harboring wanted sex offender inmates, committing identity thefts, medically blacklisting their victims, lies, time buying, cover-ups, false arrests, kidnapping, sex assaults, serious brain and body damages, deforming with proof and not being able to do a thing about it, being falsely charged through the hospital to prevent anything legal on them, which I've been trying for 3.5 years, them and police and everybody else involved in this. Obstructions, justice of the peace, making accusations about being high on marijuana or being sodomized, Dr. Barton laughing in my face over it, Dr. Pritchard trying to have me committed for having it happen, Dr. Barton telling me he'd never do anything for me medically until I seen a psychiatrist based on lies against me, file falsifications through Stacy's girlfriend, Dr. Tatiana V, aka Margie V, name and file falsifier, medical blacklister, the one that assures crimes for her girlfriend, OPP, and everybody else, human trafficking, human sex trade, slavery trafficking, obvious identity thefts. They murdered my mother, Billy Woldridge, and Blair Hardy was stalking her, was calling my mother mom, phoning her, threatening her, threatening her life, threatening my life through her. They murdered 2 of my dogs, blood thrown on my previous address, arson attempts on my previous address, medical treatment refusals even after being kicked, even being rushed to the hospital by ambulance, and that's not considered an emergency, and being kicked out still and refused help and treatment. This is how they are covering their crimes. This is how they are covering this up on me, while preventing me help and buying time. Once more, and the CEO, Wayne Coveyduck, Administration, Patient Relations, Dr. Tatiana V, aka Margie V, name and file falsifier once again, and Stacy's girlfriend, Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. Barton, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. McGregor called me a retard, said he couldn't, called me crazy, said he couldn't fix crazy. My head swelled up like a damn balloon, like a mushroom, told me that I needed a head shrinker, not a doctor, pun intended. Dr. McGregor, triage nurses Terry, Tanya, and David, all Lennox and Addington County General Hospital, working with them for and aiding OPP in their crimes. Poor, homeless, elderly, disabled, beware, because they know once they cast their lies against you, you're pretty well fucked here. This is how they commit them and get away with them. OPP cover doctors' crimes and hospital crimes in the hospital. In reverse, cover OPP crimes along with their wanted harbor sex offending inmates. This is why they are so successful in their crimes. Like I said, poor, homeless, elderly, disabled, and even natives, families that murdered and missing. It is also the police. Ones that are aiding them and also involved: Dale Hartwick, Tony Hearns, a guy named Ray that lives here in Napanee with 2 pit bulls, 2 white pit bulls, 1 puppy and 1 deaf one. A guy named Jason Van Alstyne, a guy named Ray, or once again, Blair Hardy, one known as Billy Woldridge, possibly wanted harbored inmate, Canada-wide warrant, Stephen Maven, who is involved in this, and make perfect sense why he needs an identity theft. Wanted harbored sex offender, child stalker for OPP ex-chief, Lives at 149 Center Street North. Was living in Picton. Also frequents here in Napanee. The loaf and ale and coffee cravings. Is approximately 70 years old, roughly. Glasses, bald, sometimes a goatee. And he was going by the name Billy Waldridge. And then there is Spencer Mills's boyfriend, OPP 14716, Blair Hardy. He is a rapist. He is a drug lacer, drug trafficker, guilty of identity thefts and multiple homicides. This is how OPP are committing their crimes and getting away with them. I'm the end of my bloodline, and this is finished. So congratulations, the damage is done. I have no feeling or stimulation in my head. Full right side is damaged, and it could all be medically proven if I would have been able to have gotten to a hospital. This is how you commit your crimes and successfully get away with them. Completely and totally deforming and brain injuring your victims, causing fucking memory losses to buy time and get away with your fucking crimes. Perfect spot right here in Napanee with the Justice of the Peace, the OPP, Lennox and Addington Hospital. Your drug-fed, money-paid co-offenders and others up on drop charges is how you commit your fucking crimes. And I will not be proven wrong. I'm the end of my bloodline, and you are guilty of mass murder, OPP, you filthy fucking terrorist. Along with your untouchable little pieces of shit. You completely brain injure your victims, you body mutilate them, you keep them from help, and then you continue to fuck them more after the damage is done. And that is why everybody in this town is unarrestable. This is why you even surround hands on guns to prevent help, because it protects you as well. Kidnapping me for my blood and piss, that was to for this identity theft. Also false arrest for the pictures, signatures, and prints for this identity theft, and I will not be proven wrong, OPP, along with the fucking hospital. This has been in the plans for a while. After I was shot by ex-OPP chief, that's when the problems started here. And I guarantee you, I am not the only one going through this. You completely fucked my brain. You completely changed my identity with proof and not being able to do a thing about it. One way or another, somebody's going to pay if I'm not dead first. The lies against me about drugs, not true. The lies about being suicidal, self-harmer, that is 100% bullshit, and that's just a perfect narrative for them to fucking use to get away with their crimes that they are committing. Isn't that right, OPP and Lennox and Addington Hospital? And using your fucking inmate little pieces of shit and others up on drop charges, your pedophiles, your sex offenders, your drug traffickers, and you're guilty of fucking murders and seriously brain injuring me. Luckily, there's nothing I can do about this, and it's all legal because it's police revenge. Beware, people. Remember this. I am being completely and totally brain fucked. This has been a game on me to mentally fuck me up in hopes that I forget about this, in hopes that I go crazy, in hopes that I start acting crazy, in hopes that I commit a crime. So you can unjustifiably move in against me and finish this. Isn't that right, OPP? I want you fucking pieces of shit arrested along with doctors, along with your other fuck toys. But I don't have the $22,000, you extortionist pieces of shit, although it's done to me for free. You try to make me look like a fucking common criminal with no criminal record or history to fuck me over, arresting me in public, throwing cuffs on me to make me look like a pure fucking wanted criminal. So this was all unnecessary, and this was to cover the fucking cops' asses, and this was done to cover the doctors and hospitals' asses along with everybody else's, and to prevent their own arrest and charging, because that same day it happened, I was going to finish everything on the police, doctors, and everybody else involved. Conveniently, it was done to me. How convenient. Be safe, everybody.